Welcome, Bitcoiners. Welcome. Welcome, Bitcoiners. Welcome, traders. I know I have some traders here as well. Log in. Welcome, supporters. Welcome, followers. Welcome, haters. Welcome, shorters of Bitcoin. You're welcome too. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to another live space with Oliver Velez. Of course, my name is Oliver Velez, and I am here to give the Bitcoin short sellers a hard time. Yes. It's actually one of my purposes in life as a Bitcoiner. Yeah, come on in, guys. Make yourselves comfortable. We're going to have a very interesting talk. I think this is probably going to be a relatively short talk, but I did want to address this topic today with you because I did get it from one of the members of the community here just a little while ago. This question, and I thought it was an excellent topic to touch on. And so that's what I'd like to do today. That topic is, when do you slow down or stop stacking Bitcoin? Is there an appropriate point at which you stop? Is there an appropriate point at which you take a break, slow down your conversion of fiat currency, your dollars, into Bitcoin? That's what we're going to talk about today. So guys, come on in, make yourselves comfortable. You might want to grab something or grab the beverage of your choice. I've got some coffee here, Colombian coffee. I'm in Medellin, Colombia. Yeah. Shout out to Medellin, Colombia. You might also want to grab something to take notes with. Sometimes there's some kernels of wisdom here that we discover or come across that, my opinion, are noteworthy. So listen, for the benefit of those who've never experienced a live space from me, I do want to let you know that I don't pass the mic. I don't have those types of spaces. I feel that the manner in which I deliver the limited amount of information, knowledge that I have on the topic of Bitcoin is best served by me speaking to you in the form of a monologue or a rant, if you will. And passing the mic and fumbling with different sound issues and listening to people's dogs in the background bark and their babies cry and so forth and so on. It's just really not my, it's just sort of like not my cup of tea. It's not my idea of a very productive space. So I don't really do that. Perhaps in the future I will bring on a special guest or two. I think that has some merit. But for the time being, guys, you're just going to be stuck with me and my rants. I also want to let you know that each and every one of my live spaces does wind up on my Bitcoin podcast. That podcast is called Bitcoin Unleashed. I I would like, if you can do me that favor, is search out Bitcoin Unleashed on your popular, on your preferred podcasting platform. Find Bitcoin Unleashed and follow it, subscribe to it. If you find anything that I have to say of interest, then you will certainly find power-packed former episodes on just a variety of different topics, all of which touch on this amazing um, this amazing movement, for lack of a better word, called Bitcoin. So listen, I want to thank you all for tuning in live. All of these sessions are recorded. Again, as I mentioned, they do wind up on Bitcoin Unleashed, but they also stay recorded on x.com as well. All right, guys. So listen, let's just delve into this. I was asked, Oliver. So seriously, the person asked today, Oliver. I think it was Mike who asked, Oliver. Seriously, when do you stop buying? And my response to him was never. And I wanted Mike to understand that I'm not being facetious. And that's my goal with you here today. I don't know, guys, if you can hear that in the background. You might not be able to, but I'm going to close the door. Give me just a second. All right. So my goal here with you today is to let you know that I believe that it is never smart to stop stacking Bitcoin. And I don't say this, I don't use this word never loosely, nonchalantly. It is not being used in a facetious manner. I am not joking. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I say never, I mean never. My mom used to say when I was a kid, Oliver, never say never, son, because you never know. And I would say, Mom, you just said never. And she said, stop playing with me, boy. You know what I'm saying. Never say never, Oliver, because you never know. Well, I'm sorry, Mom. I will never stop converting the weak ass US dollar into Bitcoin. Never. There is never a time that it is smart to hold the weak and to forego the strong. Never is it smart to take the inferior and hodl the inferior, to hold on to the inferior, as opposed to changing the inferior into the superior. It is only when the item becomes superior that I will hold on to it. But as long as I have the inferior and I have the option of converting it into the superior, I am going to do that. And price doesn't matter. You see, this is where people get mixed up with this. They confuse they base their decisions on what the weak is telling them about the strong. It is important to understand here, people, that when you read the USD denominated price of Bitcoin, you are reading the dollar's opinion of what Bitcoin is. I don't care what the weak ass dollar tells me Bitcoin is worth. I know that Bitcoin is superior than the pieces of paper that I am forced to work for. I know that Bitcoin is superior, and I am not going to let the dollar's price of the superior influence my decision to convert that weak ass shit into the superior, into the strong, into the invincible, into the eternal. And so I want to delve into this a little bit so that you understand my mindset. Now, whether you adopt my mindset or not really is of no consequence to me. I will share it for the benefit of those who find what I have to say of value in any way. But I want you to think about this. I want you to smoke on what I'm about to give you, okay? All right, let's go. So, my answer to this question goes something like this. Oliver, when is it time to stop buying? When is it time to slow down? When is it time to stop converting US dollars into Bitcoin? The answer is never. Now, as long, I want you to listen to me carefully, as long as I am forced to earn in a week money that I did not choose. You see, I didn't choose, you and I didn't choose the money we are forced to work for. We were born on a piece of property, let's say called the United States. I'm going to call that the plantation called the United States, right? We did not choose where we were born. We did not choose which plantation we were born on. Some people are born on the plantation called Germany. Some people are born on the plantation called the United States. Some people are born on the plantation called Argentina. Some people are born on the plantation called Venezuela, Turkey, Canada, Australia, Russia, Ukraine, Great Britain, Spain, Portugal. You get the point. These are all plantations. Each of these plantations have created a coupon that they call the US dollar, or a coupon they call the Argentinian peso, or the Turkish lira, or the Russian ruble. All of these are that's plantation money. So I am by no choice born on this piece of property where the property owners, the truly elite that run that plantation, have created their own coupon, and they tell me that from the day you become somewhat of an adult, you must wake up every single day and you must work for my coupon. I did not choose the plantation. I did not choose the coupon. I have no choice but to work for their cheap ass, weak coupon. Now, what they do with these coupons is they paint little numbers on them. So the US plantation paints the number 1 on every single dollar. But that's the trick. The number 1 that they paint on it is the trick, because every time I pull a dollar out of my pocket, it says the number 1. But every time I pull it out, it's actually less than 1. It reads 1 forever, but it forever is less than 1. Every time I put the dollar in my pocket and pull it out, it is not the same value. It is less than the last time I pulled it out of my pocket. And this will go on forever. So as long as I am forced to earn a weak-ass money I did not choose, I will convert that shit to Bitcoin every day of the week and twice on Sundays. As long as I am forced to take my pay, you want to force me to take my pay and you're a weak-ass coupon? A money I don't control. As long as I take my pay in a money I really don't control, I will convert that shit to Bitcoin every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Do you understand me? Do you hear me? Are you picking up what I'm laying down? As long as I am compelled to give my life, do you know what my life is? My life is time. Is because if you give 40 hours a week to a corporation, to a job, you are giving your life to that corporation. You are giving your life to that time, to that company via your time. Your time, life is the stuff that time is the stuff that life is made up of. We've only got a certain amount of time. And so by being on these plantations, we are forced to give up our time, which is really to give up our life for their weak-ass coupon. A coupon, a money that they control. The elites that run the plantation control the coupon. They control the money. They make up the price of the money. So as long as I am compelled to give my life for a money that is designed to steal 2% at best from me and 10 to 12% at worst from me every single year, I will convert that shit to Bitcoin every single day of the week and twice on Sunday. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin is at $67,000. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin is at 100, at 1 million, at 5 million. That's not the point. The point is that if Bitcoin is at $1 million and I'm still forced to receive your weak-ass coupon, I'm converting that weak-ass coupon to the stronger Bitcoin. Price doesn't come into factor. And I'm tired of you guys out there drawing your squiggly lines on freedom. Bitcoin is our freedom from this plantation life. Do you understand? We are trapped in a world. We've been indoctrinated to believe that working for another man's money that we don't control, that is designed to steal from us every single year, a money that tricks us into believing that it stays the same because they had their artist paint a certain number on the coupon. You have to understand that Bitcoin is our escape. We didn't have an escape before Bitcoin. We now have an escape. We have an option. We have a stronger money. And we've got 15 years of proof that it is stronger, and that it is stronger by an exponential amount, that it is true, that it is honest, that it is available to every human being on earth, and that its monetary policy won't change. It won't lie to us. It won't flip the switch. It can't be bought. It can't be manipulated. It can't be controlled. And it's a money that I can truly own, that is truly mine when I get it. It is no other man's. And I don't need any man's permission to use that money. I don't feel safe with US dollars. I feel safe with Bitcoin. Do you realize, listen to me carefully, people. Do you realize that there is today, this is the clown slavery world that we're in today. Do you realize that there's not a single human being outside of the elite class that run these plantations? There's not a single human being on earth today that can send what they call their money to another human being without the permission from another man? Are you freaking kidding me? I can't send my money to you without another man's permission, without Metha's permission, without plantation owner's permission. I want you to think about this. Pause for a second and think about this, people. It is impossible today to send your money somewhere to another person, to another relative, to another business. You need the permission from another man to move your own money. Anything that you need permission for is not yours. Did you hear me, Bitcoiners? Anything that you need someone else's permission for is not really yours. So it's not your money. If you send money to someone through Venmo, Venmo approved it, gave you permission. If you sent your money to someone via PayPal, PayPal approved it. And if they don't like who you send your money to, you won't be able to send it. If they don't like you, you won't be able to send it. If they don't like who you're sending it to, you won't be able to send it. I can't pay someone in another country, Japan or Spain or whatever, without their bank approving their receipt of the money and without my bank approving the sending of the money. There's actually two slave owners in between me and the person I want to pay. Their bank must approve them to receive it, and my bank must approve me to send it. What kind of shit is that? We have been brainwashed and indoctrinated to believe that that's being free. Then the money that you force me to work for, that you debase on me by 2 to 12% every single year of my life, that you make it go down in value so that I have to work harder for the same thing every single year. This money that you force me, that you make me, that you compel me to work for like a freaking dirty slave is really not mine. It's really your money, master, isn't it? Because I can't even move it. I can't even do anything with it without you approving it. But not anymore. Something happened in 2009 that changed the game, that flipped the switch, that gave us an option, that gave us a money that we actually own, a money that we actually have, and a money that no other man can touch, influence, and a money that I need no one else's permission to move or send. I can put 12 words in my head and go anywhere in the world my heart desires. I can jump on any plane from any airline and be in a different country in a set number of hours with all of my wealth, all of my value, all of what my time produced in the past, and not a single human being can stop it. Try confiscating 12 words from me. Ha! Try it. And if you don't treat me well wherever I land, I'll just go somewhere else. For the first time, we are free. For the first time, we have our own wealth. And our own wealth doesn't have to be placed placed in the hands of another man like I'm some freaking imbecile. And I'm tired of you guys telling me that, Oliver, I'm scared of holding my own wealth. You've been such a slave for so freaking long that you don't even want to own your own shit anymore. You don't even want to own your own money. You don't even want to be in control of your own wealth. You'd rather stay in your little comfortable prison cell with your little prison drawings on the wall. You paint the bars different colors, and you throw a little rug on the floor, and you say, look at my little prison cell. Isn't it very nice? And master tells me when I can eat. I can eat 3 times a day, and I can earn little change and to buy my little things in the prison commissary, but I'm told when I can go out and buy those things and when I can't. You're just so freaking comfortable with your prison life and all that you work for being in the hands of another man, that when it's time to take back control of your life, to be free again and to own your own shit, control your own shit, you're freaking scared. You guys disappoint me. That's right, you do. You disappoint me. Oliver, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared to protect 12 words. If I can't trust you to protect your own shit, what kind of man or woman are you? Like, if I can't trust, if you can't trust yourself to hold your own value, your own worth, then who else can trust you? You're a useless human being. I'm sorry for being harsh, but that's the way I see it. You sound pathetic to me. Oliver, I'm scared. Oliver, what if I lose it? What if I make a mistake? But yet, you know what? You'll sit on your living room floor for 4 hours putting together IKEA furniture. You know how fucking complex putting together a piece of IKEA furniture is? You're telling me you're scared of protecting 12 words? Really? On Christmas, guys, you'll sit there for 4 or 5 hours putting together your daughter's Barbie doll house, your son's Hot Wheels track. I've done that. You'll go work on your little Ford Mustang in the back, in the garage, but you're scared of holding your own wealth, scared of protecting your secret. Because that's all your Bitcoin is. Your Bitcoin is your secret. Your Bitcoin is your word. In the old days, we used to say, my word is my bond. This is what meant to say that if I give you my word, you can take that shit to the bank. Do you remember that? My word is my bond. If I say it, it's real. Well, for the first time in a very long time, our word is our Bitcoin. Our word is our bond. Our word is our value. And if you can't keep your word and you need another man to keep your word, to keep your value safe for you, you are a slave. That is all that you are. We have the exit. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have the escape. If you don't take that escape and you prefer your comfy prison, then that's on you. That's on you. But I am telling you this. I'm always saying this. As certain as night follows the day, I'm out, guys. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm done. As long as I am forced to earn these stupid pieces of paper that I don't control, that is used to steal from me every single year, as soon as they pass that shit to me, I'm converting it into Bitcoin. I don't care what the frickin' price is. Price has nothing to do with it. And the only thing that will stop me the only thing that will ever stop me is if these pieces of paper that I'm forced to work for all of a sudden become more superior than Bitcoin. And good luck with that. Now, I'm not saying that these pieces of paper that we are forced to work for have no use case. I'm not saying that. Use them. Use them to pay off your bills that you need to pay off. Use them to do what you need to do in this life, but anything extra over and beyond that should be going into the strong. Pay your mortgage with that bullshit. Pay your rent. Buy your groceries with those pieces of junk. Yes. All right, you've heard of the saying, you've heard of the saying in Christianity, right? Supposedly attributed to Jesus Christ. Be in the world, not of the world. All right, we're forced to work on the plantation. All right, I'll use that shit to buy milk and eggs or whatever. But when it comes to anything that's left over, that's going to be converted into the strong. And that's how I prefer to live my life anymore. I can't unsee this, guys. I'm done. I can't unsee it. The curtain has been lifted. I have finally seen, thanks to Bitcoin, I've seen Oz for what Oz really is. It's a broken down, failing fiat system that is designed to make me work harder every year for the same shit I worked for last year. My groceries go up every single year. So to feed my family, it took me an hour and a half pay to feed my family, to buy groceries for my family last year. This year, it takes me 2 hours to feed my family buying the same shit. And then the next year, it takes me $2.50 to buy the same shit to feed my family. Then $3, then $5, then $6, then $10. I am forced to work harder for the same thing every single year until I die. And some of you think that's the safer option, that Bitcoin is the riskier option. You're a sucker, guys. You're a patsy. And the patsy doesn't know he's the patsy. I'm not the patsy anymore. I stayed ahead of the game. I was one of the fortunate ones. I beat the system, but it still doesn't stop me today from being angered at being taken. We have an option today. We have an escape. Bitcoin is not just another asset to invest in. This is doing deep respect to Bitcoin. It is freedom. Bitcoin is not just another stock to play for a period of time and flip back. I'm not going back. When I get free into Bitcoin, it's not going back to slavery. I'm telling you. And this is how some of you sound with me. Oliver, so when is it time to take profits? Take profits to what? Dude, I've already escaped to the number one thing on planet Earth. So what do you want me to do? Sell the number one thing for the 17th most number, the 17th thing? The 5th thing? The second thing? You want me to go backwards? You want me to go back from my freedom to slavery? You don't get it. Anyone who's thinking about taking profits still doesn't get it. They're looking at Bitcoin not as freedom, not as an escape from the system that enslaves us. They're looking at it like it's another item in the system. This is wrong. It's incomplete. And you need to hit the books or eat the freaking worms. As my friend on Good Day Bitcoin is always saying, or I think it's the author of the book. I forget the title of the book, but great guys. We have the exit, we have the escape, guys. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. I told you it was going to be a short rant today. But I hope you guys understand my take on this. And guys, listen, I've dedicated my time here to just trying to share the epiphany that I had in 2020. And it was an epiphany that caused a paradigm shift in my entire life. And I am hoping that a number of you have that same epiphany, because it's truly enlightening and it changes everything. When you begin to use Bitcoin as your unit of account, it is truly life transforming and it's liberating. And Michael Saylor is correct when he says that Bitcoin is hope, because for the first time, there is this element of hope. Not that I did not live well and not that I did not do well. I did extraordinarily well in life, and I am one of the fortunate ones. And I appreciate that. I don't want anyone to misunderstand me, that I don't appreciate what I was able to accomplish and do with my life. But I'm one of the very few that beat the system. I'm one of the very few that stayed ahead of this slave machine. And it doesn't have to be that way, because for the first time in the history of the world, true opportunity, true fair opportunity, and the potential for generational wealth is available to every single human being on earth. And that has never existed in the multi-million year evolutionary history of mankind. We've never had a spot in that history where opportunity was fairly available to every human being on earth. And today starts a brand new day, a new era. And Bitcoin has ushered in a new era for us. It's a new beginning. It's a new day. And it's a renewed hope. This is more than buying something for $1 and selling it for 2 people. This is life itself. It is freedom. And I know it's difficult for many to see it that way, but this is what I've dedicated my time here to do, is to help you create that paradigm shift in the way you see this and the way you approach it. I promise to be here pounding the table on this until Bitcoin reaches 100,000. Once Bitcoin reaches 100,000, guys, I'm telling you, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm not for my family, not for, those who I consider mine, but I'm done with the Twitter thing. So we've got Bitcoin's at 66,000 now. We've got 66,005. We've got 30,000, we got 35,000 to go, right? And once Bitcoin hits 100,000, I'm out. My goal here was to leave behind a history of electronic footprints that people will be able to refer back to, as long as they're not deleted, refer back to in the past, in the future. So in 2032, they'll look back on many of my posts and hopefully glean something from them, to be able to see that I saw something that perhaps maybe they didn't see at that particular time. I am doing this to be able to say in the future, I told you so. Do you know why? Because I'm petty like that. That's right. I admit it. I'm petty. I want to come back 5 years from now, 10 years from now and say, I told you so. Yeah, that's right. I'm petty. I love it. I freaking love it, man. I freaking love it. Let me see if there are any questions here I can take here.